How's it going? Welcome back to the show. This is Yume Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to the song America. And this is by Locksmith. And we'll be checking out this official video from him. So before we get into it, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell. Also, make sure that you go over to Locksmith's homepage and do the same thing because we do want to support the artist. And I do want to give a shout out to Christine Whitfield. So, Christine, I want to say much love to you. And thank you for rocking with me like you always do. So, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's do it.
I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. America is slowly dying of a self-inflicted wound from a weapon that we're supplying. The past seeds of hatred that race in our bloodstream. We can't agree to disagree on the most basic of things. What's a man? What's a woman? What's the shape of the earth? When does human life begin? At conception or during birth? Meanwhile, the projects is more violent and the Democratic Party stays silent. That's poverty pimping. That's when politics are poverty driven and they pander to poor communities to get moral impunity. Capitalism is a black man's hell, but Marxism comes from Europe as well. It's not African, so pick a side to collect from. We run away from one slave master into the arms of the next one. And every 2 to 4 years they pump fear and we auction off our vote in exchange for some false hope. Listen.
We truth bombs all over this place, all over the place, but speaking facts, I don't even know what race this dude is, he looks like a mixed race dude, but I'm bicultural, myself, so I get that, but he sounds, this sounds good, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's telling truth up in this. I like what he said about, how we can't even agree on the most basic of things. You know what I mean? The shape of the earth, people's genders, all this stuff. So, it's just funny living in this world, and I see it every day, whether it's in real life social media, like you could tell a person like straightforward what it is, and still, people they receive the message wrong for some reason. But yeah, no, the thing that he said about capitalism fighting against black man, unfortunately, that's a reality. Running from one slave to the next one. Now we being enslaved by, the riches and all that, the capitalism that he's talking about. But at what price? There's a lot of sacrificing that we have to do to gain all this. We see it seems like we're trying to play catch up to everybody else. You know what I mean? But well, there is no the everybody else is the elite, because the reality is that everybody's kind of in the same boat, and media have you think that it's something other than that. But let's keep it going.
Impunity. Capitalism is a black man's hell, but Marxism comes from Europe as well. It's not African, so pick a side to collect from. We run away from one slave master into the arms of the next one. And every 2 to 4 years they pump fear and we auction off our vote in exchange for some false hope. Listen, it's that blatant. Enslave us through taxation. Send money to Ukraine and you paying at the gas station. Cause this administration had plans for the inflation. Natural gas is the actual task. Check the pipeline. Now they want to fight crime, we tools in the plot. They wasn't talking gun reform back when Boo Boo got shot. Drug addiction was not a disease when Nunu had rocks. Now they change and readjust words cause meth is in the suburbs. In the 90s, Biden locked up our people for coke. Now he's using taxpayer dollars to buy pipes so niggas can smoke. You don't see the contradiction, or you too busy double tap dancing to pay attention? This is legislative lynching, economic Jim Crow. They feed us violence and spirits to keep us spiritually poor. Is this conspiracy? No, far beyond the music. That crime bill defines still how juveniles are prosecuted.
Let me stop this. It's funny how black people totally forgot about how, like, not only Joe Biden, but your man's and them, Bill Clinton, you know, and and how they really, really set, at least on the lower level, the people who may be at the poverty line just a little bit above that, you know what I mean? Like those people who still struggling to get by, like well, not he, but they changed life forever for Black America. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, the mass incarceration, like they really set that into motion, like big, in those late '80s, early '90s, that stuff. So, yeah, no, it crazy, crazy. But let me keep this going. I'm just tripping off all of this because I'm thinking about like the Tom McDonald's of the world, the Chris Webby's of the world, the Burdens of the world. They all speak in the same language. Samson, same thing. It's regardless of the person, it's all Dax. They all speak in the same stuff all the time. But let's keep it going.
Up our people for coke. Now he's using taxpayer dollars to buy pipes so niggas can smoke. You don't see the contradiction, or you too busy double tap dancing to pay attention? This is legislative lynching, economic Jim Crow. They feed us violence and spirits to keep us spiritually poor. Is this conspiracy? No, far beyond the music. That crime bill defines still how juveniles are prosecuted. We prostitute ourselves for the wealthy, it's not healthy. Fly across country for protests just to get a selfie. Meanwhile, the news outlets exploited and traditional Black values get voided. It happens considerably. Attack the fam, crack the validity. Keep the fathers unemployed, destroy Black masculinity. Keep the mothers out the house, let the boys run willingly. Then let the streets raise them and haze them to be brazen. It's basically by design. We reside in public housing. Throw us a couple crumbs and we succumb to those surroundings.
Yeah, he basically telling the story of how we're being engineered now. And that is exactly how they're engineering us right now, But let's push this back. This will be the last time I stop it, but I'm glad he didn't drink that scissor, that sipping no some scissor. They got us out here, they keep us spiritually drunk. We can't get it together because we all fucked up all the time. But yeah, let's finish out.
Let the boys run willingly, then let the streets raise them and haze them to be brazen. It's basically by design. We reside in public housing. Throw us a couple crumbs and we succumb to those surroundings. Perpetuated by educators and pastors, Stockholm syndrome. We fell in love with our own captors. Mass shooters get captured and taken into custody. If Black assailants make detainment, truly it's a luxury. Enough to see that there's a power imbalance. Cowards accept the malice and challenge it ever was valid. Adjust your palate. They say nothing is insurmountable, cause everybody's sensitive and nobody's accountable. Everybody senses it cause nobody's infallible. Never let it disparage you. Welcome to America.
Welcome. And he said that Black people basically turned into Patty Hearst. Fell in love with our own captain. Lord have mercy. But yeah, no, let's push this back. Push it back a little more. And that is a great shot right there. All right, so that was Locksmith with America. And that was a great job by Locksmith. I haven't had a chance to react to anything from him in a long while. So to get back to him was cool. Very smart dude. He must be half Black, half something else. He could be full Black, but who's for anything? Yeah, to really be honest. But yeah, no, he just spoke a bit. He was speaking like as if he was speaking from the Black perspective. So, there was that. But regardless of that, I mean, this. Well, I guess it's more geared towards speaking from our perspective than I guess from anybody else. But yeah, no, America, for us. is weird out here in these streets, but I'm glad that somebody like him can give that perspective, everybody has their own perspective, you know, because this was, like I said, from a black perspective. But then when you hear people like Adam Calhoun or Tom McDonald, they're speaking from the white side of things and how they view things, and there's nothing wrong with either way. Everybody's just expressing how they see things and how they're going to see things, given who they are in this world. Because you know, unfortunately, color of skin does factor in. So, people don't want to think that that's the thing. Don't they want to believe that race uh, is racism isn't a thing anymore when we know fully well that it is. It's fully embedded, fully instituted. It's just more. It's more covert than it used to be. Back in the day, but it's definitely a thing. So, yeah, no. Sadly, we keep on running into these issues where we have to keep on talking about it, and I don't like to. I want to get to a time where we could talk about us coming together as one and getting beyond all the BS and getting beyond, getting caught up in this person being this race and that race. I look at us, look at every one of us as just a human race. So I want to be, and me personally, I've had a chance to politic and build with people from other cultures and stuff like that, and I loved every minute of it, because I think that that's one of the things, one of the spices of life is being able to enjoy things that you don't get to enjoy all the time. Me being from my culture, you know, I like to place myself in other people's shoes, but that's the way everybody, embrace is what we should be embracing each other instead of letting ourselves be divided like we do. But I'm gonna give Locksmith a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna mosey. But before I get going, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Locksmith Reactions. I do have a playlist for him. So you'll see this and anything else that I have reacted to or will react to in the future that features him. I do have playlists for the artists, a lot of great music by those artists, a lot of different genres of music. So when you get the chance, please check that stuff out. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe. Super thanks option is available for those who like to show their support or appreciation for what's being done on the page. Any donations will be made to any of those spots. And that is it. That's everything. So up until now, I didn't realize, well, no, I always realize how much that is to say all the time. But now I just felt like that was a lot to say, that back end right there. But, it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Be safe, be good.